What does this button do?
Welcome, traveler.
Hello and welcome back to the warehouse. Okay, so I kind of skipped a week of recording just because I was busy doing just a whole bunch of new stuff. So first I got kind of the logo done. This is still a rough draft. There's possibly more changes. And this is kind of what the main menu looks like now. Just a lot cleaner, a lot more finished, but it's still got a little bit of work to do. The next thing I did was basically add in everything. It's just repeat, but each one's for a specific sort. So all these boxes and all these triggers are now live, and they now do stuff for the game. And then I also got all the arrays set up and all the triggers set up. So everything is basically in there. Each array just has 3 items in it, just so I can test. That is still quite a few items, quite a bit of stuff. So I will load up the opening really quickly and just show you from the very start how it plays out. So you gotta type in your name, of course. Yeah, and it just looks better. I put a little bit of a gradient. I might try to mess around with the background more. I'm trying to decide between blue and black. I'm not sure yet. They both kind of look good. I think I'm going to go with the blue just because it kind of blends in with the background a bit better. And then I might mess with this background shading more and maybe some colors, or maybe just a little more for the logo. Maybe shorten or squeeze this up a bit so there's less space in between here. But that's all for later. So click New Hires. Still got your name. Just messing with a few items there. And then instead of a left click, just one click doing it, you got to click and hold now, and it's still scroll wheel in and out. And then drop it in there. I changed out a few of the audio sounds as well. It's industrial. And then I'm going to mess around with retexturing these bins so the label is on it. Those aren't actually retextured yet. It's still that text item, just in black and looking more flush with the model. Bedding goes in clothing. Books, and then I'm going to get a few wrong just to show you the end screen. I changed out the wrong sound as well just to make it a bit better. So Nike actually goes into special accounts. Copy paper is home goods. And this is home goods too, but I just need a few items wrong so I can show you the end screen and how it works. That's special accounts for Apple products. And then we got chemicals or liquids. Oh. Clothing, and then I'm just gonna get a few wrong right here. Just put them all into electronics. And then I do have the date and time printing on the top left for each cycle, and then it hangs around for 15 seconds. Oh. There we go. I'm going to have the date and time print out on the end screen, just so when I do get the screenshot working, it's going to take a picture and it'll have the date and time on it as well. This goes under DVDs. We were just trying to find better images so people don't get confused. I had the product owner test it last night and just kind of give some feedback on some of the items and some other things you want to change, like the click and drag feature that I'm using now. This is a record. I might do something with that item. And then this is actually into electronics. I don't think it does anything now. No, I guess it does. But I think I still have that sorted into DVDs and CDs. But that's just finer stuff for later on. Alright, let's just get through these really fast. There we go. So you still have your name in your top left. You got incorrect items, and then you got your score on the right-hand side. And then let me pull up my mouse. So score over here, and then I have it, instead of in a list going down the side, it's going to go to the side. I still need to work out the spacing, because as you notice, it ends kind of here, then starts a new line. I'll kind of show you a little bit further into that, but I need to work out the spacing so it goes all the way across. Find a nice spacing for in between the lines too. And then I'm not sure how to get rid of the underscore, or it's not on here, but because of the way items are set up, you can't have just a blank space. You need to have some kind of symbol in between, so it can either be without the underscore, or you have to have the underscore. So I haven't figured out a way to have it DVD space player. So this is what the end screen looks like so far, and this will just keep going down. The problem with it just going in a line was it would go off the screen. So let me pull that up. End screen, and I just changed that into a wrap box instead of a vertical box. I had a box. Yeah, I had it as a vertical box instead of a wrap box, and then the items just went down. I tried a few different methods to get them down and then go back up to the top, but the wrap box was just easier. And then with that, you can define the wrap width, so when it ends, and then also the spacing between the X and the Y. So I'm still messing around with that. That is pretty much it for right now. A lot of it was just adding in, I need to open up the other. A lot of it was just adding in all of this stuff and getting it set up properly. I did run into one instance where if I had this delete actor hooked up, it was right here, it would cause an issue for when it went through each loop, and if certain circumstances happen, which usually does, it would end up erasing this array, the wrong array, and all the items that it was holding when it tried to resize it. And so you would get a list of none, 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 and then 3 items, and then none, none, none. So the end screen would be just blank space, and then 3 items, and then more blank space. But I've sorted that out, so I'm basically, and I need to clean this up, I'm just hiding the actor and setting the collision to nothing. I just need to clean up all of this blueprint now to make it look nicer. And I only found that bug when I had input all of this, so I had to go through each one and implement the fix. But hey, that's the nature of game design. That is pretty much all. It's just a lot bigger now in looking at it, everything. So that's all I have, and I'm hopefully going to be finishing the prototype soon and taking it to the bosses. Well, if you guys have any questions on my blueprint or how I did stuff, just let me know, and I'll probably make a video later on. See you next week.